What's up everybody, it's Misha with Winnie Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to transition from your copper pipe to your PEX pipe. In our situation, we're using expansion PEX, aqua PEX essentially, which is going to require one of these tools. Here's everything else that we need for this situation. I'm going to need a brush, I'm going to need a cleaning tool. This is the actual transition piece that will go onto here. If you're going to be going to a different type of PEX, it's just a different little piece, but everything else is the same. A cutting tool, I'm using one of these because typically the areas you're working in are super tight. You have your flux, your torch, and then we have our solder. Before I get right into it, make sure you smash that notification bell and smash that subscribe button, because I'm going to teach you how to build bathrooms from start to finish. So let's get right into it. So the first thing we're going to do here is get our cutter, make sure that it's going in the right direction here. So if we're going to come over the top here, it'll snap on, and then you just cut that off. You got to get one of those. If you're using one of these, it might not fit into, the tight space that you're working in. So just use one of these guys. We almost got it. Come on, Billy. All right, we got that. Next thing we're going to need is a cleaning tool to get this all cleaned up and ready. Just like so. There's this boring bit on here that you want to get in here and kind of clean up some of that. They make separate tools that's just this, but I don't have that. Then we're gonna use your little brush here and then basically scratch the inside of this fitting just so the solder sticks better. All right, next we're gonna use some flux. I don't give a flux. All right, you're gonna get some on there, just like so. And then we're just gonna put that in there, wiggle it around, wiggle. Bang. Done with the flux. This will slide right over the top. A really nice thing to also do is when you did that, just basically wipe it. So the flux is not all over the pipe and it's just in there. All right, now we're ready for our torch. I'll put one of these torch mats under it. As I'm gonna be heating up, the pipe first for the first couple seconds, and then I'm gonna hop over to the fitting. When you do that, it warms up the pipe and then it lets it, lets the solder travel that way. And then I'm just gonna come around this side, come around that side, let it drip, whatever. Grab your little rag and then just wipe that joint, just like so. And then I can kind of go over the top. Just wipe it, make sure you're not using a wet rag because it has to cool down on its own. All right, so now that that's done, our next portion is this guy. Here, our little cap goes right over here. And then we're going to expand it and then put it on. I'm gonna wait 10 more seconds, 20 more seconds for this to cool down, then we'll do it. So, waiting break. All right, now get this guy. So if you had your compression rings or whatever, you'd be, do it differently, but goes right on in. You want to make sure it's pushed all the way in, and then if you wait about 10 seconds, this fitting is as tight as it could ever be. So if you have your PEX compression rings, you would just do the exact same thing right over that. And that is how you do a transition from copper to PEX. So now if you're interested in how to actually plumb in a valve, check out one of these videos.